Hey, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Get some time to let some people come on in. Hoping everybody having a blessed Tuesday so far. I hope you continue to have a blessed Tuesday and blessed week. But it's coming to everybody, just this personal development, and said I was gonna come on here and talk about some things that I read up on, and should have actually been on my mind, just watching sports, and as I watch sports and just thinking about different things, then I ended up reading about it, and even my devotional book, everything was lining up to this conversation. So hey, as you're coming on in, feel free to let me know where you're listening in from. Don't hesitate to hit the share button and share this with your family and friends on Facebook. And I always upload this as well to YouTube, so you can always follow me on YouTube as well. So whichever one you're on, listening in, catch me at, follow me on Facebook, follow me on YouTube, and I'm coming to y'all live more and more. But today we're going to talk about communication, something that I believe is probably one of the main keys to success, is learning how to communicate with people, and not even just success. If you want success, and not just success in like maybe your definition of success is different, but maybe you want a better relationship, maybe you want a better marriage, maybe you want a better relationship with your kids, maybe you want a better business, maybe you want to have success in your business, maybe you want communication. Maybe you want to have success in your football team or basketball team or organization or something of that nature, whatever it may be, but I'm just letting you know that you have to learn how to communicate. But hey, like I said, as you're coming on in, feel free to let me know where you're getting the chance to and having the opportunity to listen in this from. Hey, live on or recording, it doesn't matter. I just love going back and checking out and seeing where everybody had the chance to. So we're going to go ahead and kick things off. I'm going to go ahead and kick everything off here, y'all. I took a little notes, took some notes of kind of things I wanted to talk about. But hey, communication is key, y'all. And I say communication is key, like I mentioned just a few minutes ago. Hey, you need communication in any aspect of your life, anything. You need it in your relationships, marriage, organizations, football teams, basketball teams, relationship with your kids. You gotta learn how to, whatever it may be, you gotta learn how to communicate with those people. I forgot who exactly I was talking to, but I was talking to a good friend, and I was just letting them know that one of the things that helped me out a lot is that basically learning how to communicate with the people around you. Matter of fact, that's crazy, because I said that I couldn't remember who I was talking to, and then the guy calls me. That's when my phone was ringing, and that's actually who I was talking to. I was letting him know, he's a coach, and I'm not going to put his name out there, but I was letting him know that learning how to communicate with the different athletes that you have, in different areas of life, you got to learn how to communicate with different people. You're not going to be able to talk to each athlete the same. And when you learn how to do that, you'll have a better team and better organization, point blank period, because you know how to relate and get to everybody without offending somebody. And so, that's just something I encourage everybody to go and do more research in communication, learning the different types of people, learning how to talk to those people. Maybe one day I even talk about a little bit what I learned from it and what I got from it and just different things like that. Maybe I can do that. But so these are some type of things that I took and I put together and I read up on, and so some notes I took that I believe can help you out. First, so you can learn how to things that great people that communicate well, the things that they do well, and these are some of them. They don't isolate themselves from others. And I say that because this is what I get from a lot of people, is when something's not going their way or it's not something that they like, they tend to just separate themselves from everybody else, separate themselves from this. And the great example, I tell you how that's, great organizations and different things that they don't isolate themselves. Think about the church. The church will never isolate this. If the church wants to be successful and wants to do God's work and wants to help more and more people out, guess what? They'll never isolate themselves from others. So kind of use that same perspective in your life. Don't isolate yourself. Somebody pisses you off at work. It's all right to take a deep breath, walk to the bathroom, throw some water on your face, relieve, pray, ask God to help you out so your attitude won't just go off. You won't end up going off on this person, this to that person. But hey, don't isolate themselves from others. See, that is one of the main things to break up a team, break up an organization, mess up a marriage, whatever it is. As soon as you start to isolate yourself from the other person, or other people in the business or whatever that is, you're hindering yourself and hindering the situation. Don't isolate yourself from others. That's one thing I learned about communication is you gotta learn to dig deep in there, and you gotta still go out and talk. What's happening, users? Glad you're able to tune on in. And number 2, another great thing that I've seen that great people that communicate well do in teams, organizations, relationships. They make it easy for their teammates. They make it easy for their spouse, for their family members. They make it easy for those people around them or whatever it may be in whatever organization, whatever it is. They make it easy for them to be able to communicate with them. And I say that because I have so many friends that have quick tempers. So as soon as something happens that don't go their way, they tend to shut off the world, get angry, and nobody wants to go talk to somebody who's always angry, always seems angry. So when you have that passion and you have that open door, basically, you've been in school and or you think back to school where you had that teacher that was like, hey, my door is always open for you. Feel free to come talk to me about anything. You'll have that parent, that cousin, that aunt, that uncle, that teammate. A lot of times, that teammate, I've been around some professional people before, and, just to kind of see the leaders, how they have that open relationship where their teammates don't hesitate to come talk to them if something's wrong. And so when you have that open door type feeling, hey, Jennifer, glad you're able to tune on in. If you have that open door concept, guess what? That would really help out the team, help out the relationship, help out whoever's around you. It really will be able to help you out. And number 3, another great tip I took from people that communicate well and everything of that nature is they follow this like a 24-hour type of rule. Like, and I say that is because like it's a team, so you got a house. Maybe it's your maybe in a great movie you can really think of. A great movie that you could actually tie all this communication in is kind of think back to, if you've seen Remember the Titans. This is one of my favorite movies, but Remember the Titans is a great example of all this communication. Just think about it. Don't isolate yourselves from each other. Herman Boone, the coach, what did he do to keep people from isolating? He had the white kids and the black kids. And you know what? He said, so since y'all want to isolate yourselves, y'all want to separate yourselves, guess what? We don't do that around here. Y'all getting on the same bus. Y'all gonna room up with each other. You don't isolate yourself. And see, that's how you build great communication. If somebody on your team made you mad, maybe an upline, maybe your husband or wife made you, don't isolate. My bad, y'all. I received the call. Excuse me. I received a call. But don't isolate yourself. So that's a great example of how he didn't isolate himself. Made it easy for his teammates to communicate. See, it gets a lot easier when you don't run away from the situation. When you try to run off, I've seen so many relationships end because people that would get mad, guess what? Would run off. Go have some drinks with friends. Go do this. Go do that. Well, guess what? That's not the best way to handle a situation when you run off away from a situation. Put yourself in that situation where, okay, yeah, take your time. Go into the other room. Maybe read a book. Turn on your favorite song. Whatever it is to relax you. But then, hey, you get down to it. And eventually you'll think about a way to approach somebody. I always tell people, don't talk to people while you're mad. Because the things that come out probably won't come out the best way. But if you cool down, you relax, and then you come on into the situation, whatever it is, on the team aspect, whatever it may be, hey, you'll realize how it is. And then the 24-hour rule, and that kind of goes into that where, you don't make it easy. You kind of make the lead the door open for communication. And, the 24-hour rule is don't go 24 hours still mad at somebody. If somebody in your organization, somebody in your household made you mad, or they did this, or somebody at work made you mad, hey, no, don't embarrass them and try to confront them in front of everybody. Hey, pull them to the side and work on it. And talk to them about it. Like, hey, what you said the other day, I'm going to be totally honest, something like that. And communication is key. And when you learn to do this, you'll start to have more success in every area of your life. It's one of the key areas of life is communication. You got to learn to talk to people, but you got to learn to put your emotions to the side. See, so many people act off emotions. Oh, yeah, this person made me mad, so this is the way I'm going to spit this out. And, hey, I don't care who likes it, who's or who don't. Hey, communication is the key. The great successful people, the people that people respect a lot, are the people that are able to communicate and get their point across to people in a positive way. And so the 24-hour rule, just try not to go over 24 hours without, letting that incident or letting that thing that's making you mad hinder. You need to get it in, see what it is, and get on with it. Get on with it, And so that's the best way to get on with it. Don't let it sit in. Number 4 I wrote down is give attention to the difficult situation, to the difficult relationship, to the difficult thing. Give attention to those difficult things. See, if you have a problem with a teammate, or you have a problem with something that your spouse is doing, like I said a little earlier, don't run from it. Sit in that house and you think about it till you figure out a way to come up and you talk to that person about it. Don't run from it. Hey, you put yourself, if you and the teammate are bumping heads too much, well, you put yourself around that person till you figure out how you can be a better team. Because if you don't ever figure out how to work with that person, your team will never be successful. That's just like if coaches don't get along. Hey, you need to get into the locker room. Y'all need to go into that film room. Y'all need to talk. Y'all need to figure this thing out. It's the same way like I remember the Titans, if you think about it. Herman Boone and the other coach, they got together. But also you think about the players on that team. What was it? Garrett? Was it Garrett and Julius? Gary and Julius. Yeah, the linebacker and defense end. They were bumping heads. They couldn't stand each other. But they also had big impacts on, basically, Gary had big impact on his friends, and Julius had big impact on his friends. So what Herman Boone do? What he did? He said, you know what? Y'all keep bumping heads. It's cool. I'm gonna make y'all roommates. Y'all can fight all y'all want. Y'all can do this. Eventually, y'all gonna figure it out. And do you know when Gary got paralyzed, who the first person he ended up calling on was Julius? Because they had became best friends. Don't run from situations that are hurting you like that, in this team aspect. Definitely, if you love your job, if you're loving this and you want to grow in whatever area it is in your life, maybe it's your relationship, don't run from it. Hey, if you want to grow, figure it out if you can. I always tell people, try to figure it out first if you can. And number 5 is, follow up with things in writing if you possibly can. Things that are bothering you, write it down. Figure out ways that you can approach a teammate or somebody like that with, so y'all can be on the same page. The quicker you learn how to be on the same page with the people around you, the quicker you'll start to grow in whatever area you live in your life. So put it in writing. And these are just a couple of things that I took from that successful people do. And so these are a couple of 3 things that I believe that can help you improve your communication. So maybe you are lacking communication, but hey, these are a few things I wrote down that I believe can help you out. And that's be candid. And when I say be candid, open communication fosters trust. So when I say be candid, hey, talk to people. Don't hide things from people. If you've seen something, communicate. Don't have different agendas than what your teammate is. Oh, well, I just want to be cool with them just so I can get the raise, so they don't. No, that's not gonna work. It's gonna hurt the team. It's gonna hurt the business. It's gonna hurt that in the long run. So hey, be candid. Open communication. Trust. Trust me, God. If the position is yours, God will make sure you get it. I always remember that. be quick. So number 2 I got wrote down is be quick on things. So be quick. Kind of be quick. Don't sit on things. Like I said, you go back to the 24-hour rule. Something bothering you? Hey, openly communicate. Also, 24-hour rule. You got an idea. In 24 hours, you need to be able to present that to somebody. Be able to tell somebody that. Be able to, hey, that's how communication works. Oh, and you just think about it. Just think about all the different types of successful people and kind of what they do. Coaches. When coaches think of something that they can get an advantage over another team, what do? They write it down. They put it into action. They start working on it. Be quick on it. Think about football. If you think about football, maybe even basketball. Basketball, they only got like a day in between games. But think about football, they got 7 days. So within that 7 days, they watching film, they doing this, they coming up with a game plan. By Sunday, they ready to rock and roll. And number 3 I got is be inclusive. And that's why I kind of was going to this, and write things down. And I say that is think about, like, these are some examples. Think about a football team. Football teams have what? Playbooks. Okay, well, you don't relate to that. You don't really watch football. That's fine. Okay, well, how about this? Marriages. What do they have at the beginning? What they have? They have vows. So all these successful people, partnerships have contracts. So all these successful people in different organizations, different walks of life, they all have this, they're all inclusive about the situation. But that's all I really have for y'all on communication. I just wanted to, preach that. Just, learn to communicate with people. Learn to get better at communication. If it's one thing you need to learn how to do, is learn to talk to people. Learn to adapt to people. Learn to put yourself in other people's shoes and learn to, maybe I came at you wrong. Learn to apologize too. So it's just different things like that. But hey, that's all I really have for y'all today. I do have some quotes. I mean, not quotes. I have one quote that I really liked. I wanted to share with you guys. And it says, communication. The human connection is the key to personal and career success. I thought that was very powerful. Communication, the human connection is the key to personal and career success. Hey, I love you guys. I hope y'all have a blessed Tuesday. Hope y'all continue to have a blessed day. And feel free to share this. If you haven't already, follow me. Hit the like button. Follow my page. If you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to like it as well. And just follow me. I'm going to try to come as much as possible with great videos, great information that I've learned and read, business, just whatever it may be, life, that can help you guys out. That's my ultimate goal, is to help as many people as I can out. Hey, why not do it on the social media platform? Hey, I love y'all. I hope y'all have a blessed Tuesday. Peace.